stacking up all these lock boxes, and I'm thinking, I really need to unlock these things, or at least have a character that can unlock them. So I created this character named Britch. Let me throw this stuff up here.
Good day to you.
Hello there. Hi. I wonder, should I level up another character with this? Let me see something real quick. Let me fix all my add-ons here. I might create another character just to level with her. That way she's with someone. What do I still miss? I don't have Warlock. Maybe that would be fun. Well, I love Warlock, but I need Voodoo for the fill down here, but I want everything hidden. Okay. So now I get the nice blank fill here. Oh, look, there's the power. Just energy for rogues. All right, so that looks good. That looks like the wrong font. Chatter. This should be... Wow, it's already low. Interesting. Okay, let's go to Chatter and say Profiles, Bree. There we go. It's the right font now. Excellent. I'll just leave it like that. And now it should be at the top. Excellent. This looks clean as F. I love this. Okay. This is back when rogues still had to do the quest for every, to get the poisons and everything, which was wonderful. I love that. Okay, options profile, Bree. Waypoint profile, Bree. So now I can go, and it should be, okay, there we go. Set up the correct way. It just needs to be in the top center. And I'm tracking Stormwind rep, which is the most important rep, because everything comes from that. And now TomTom coordinate block is hidden because it was acting flaky. Look, we have little baby characters here. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to log this person out. Let's figure out what else I want to make here. This is fun. I'm having fun. See, I don't have a warrior. I don't really want to play a warrior. Warrior. I think I say it weirdly. I don't think there's a good way to say it. I mean, it's the word war, right? Warrior. I have the paladin. I have this priest. I can create another character here. Okay, so what do I still need? I have a druid. I have that. I have a mage. I have a shaman. I don't have a death knight. I should leave a spot for the death knight, shouldn't I? Well, ultimately, I'll probably get rid of Tanky Girl and make her a death knight. So I think it's just the warlock. But if I want a human warlock, and for her to be a her, she's cute. Look at that cute little face. All right. Actually, no, I want her to be a gnome. That's right. Because intellect. Yes. So she's a female gnome, and I like the hair a certain way here. The hair should be black because dark magic turned her hair black. There we go. And then the hairstyle, no. 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 I think that right there. I think that's what I always did. Yep. Okay, so Brizzy. Brizzy! See, that's a name for a warlock. For a gnome. Brizzy. All right. Earrings, I don't care, but I can put them on her. It's fine. The face is fine. Skin color could be a little bit more tan. There we go. Excellent. I can also test to see if characters have a problem in this area as well for
gnomes are held as one of the most peculiar races of the world. With their obsession for developing radical new technologies and constructing marvels of mind-bending engineering, it's a wonder that any gnomes have survived to proliferate. Over the years, the gnomes have contributed ingenious weapons to aid the Grand Alliance in its fierce battles against the Horde. Thriving within the wondrous techno-city of Gnomragon, the gnomes shared the resources of Gnomragon. Aided by their dwarven allies, the gnomes fought a valiant battle to save their beloved city. Nevertheless, Gnomragon was irrevocably lost. the surviving gnomes fled to the safety of the dwarven stronghold of Ironforge. There they remain, devising strategies to retake their city. As a gnome of proud standing, it falls to you to answer the challenge and lead your curious people to a brighter future.
Yes. We'll get her sorted here in a moment. Right. BT. Profiles. Combat bar. Shadowed unit frames. Profiles Bree. Excellent. This goes up here. I'll figure out exactly where later. Voodoo goes to tools. Hidden. Fly. Yes. Okay. Chatter. This is what was weird. It was like in the wrong place, but oddly, it was fine. Okay, so we're gonna leave that there. Chatter. Profiles. Free. Excellent. Now I should be able to grab that. Yep. And now lock window.
Well,
now editing should be on the top. Excellent. Look how beautiful and clean this is. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let me log off for a second. I'm just curious. Can I make more than 10 characters? I think at some point I said I would like to make up to 50, but it was like complaining because like the server was like, the client can't handle this, you know, kind of a thing. I might have to look that up because I'd like to make more characters on this account. I made a second account for bank storage, but if I can do it all on one account, I'd rather do that because I don't want to have to log in on somewhere else. Okay, so I can't make a new character here. Let me see. AzerothCore. I don't know why I keep thinking it's 2 words. More than 10 characters per realm. Right. Recompiling the core. Ah, okay. So it's both a, they built it, the server to limit it. Wait. This is the normal game. Okay. It's the client limitation, really. How to change 3.35a client to show more than 10 characters per realm. Interesting. Looks like it's a client limitation most of all. So what I'll probably end up doing is deleting Tanky Girl, deleting Auction Gal. I'll just like make her into a normal character, and then that normal character will be the one that posts, you know, to the auction house, whichever character I'm not using at the time. Like, I usually have one character or a couple characters that are sort of on back burner, maybe because I've done everything I want to do with them. But I want at least one of every class. Maybe I'll make a warrior. But let me double check to make sure I have all the classes representative. Wrath of the Lich King class. I think it's only 10 classes, right? Whoops. I misspelled classes. Okay. Okay, 10 classes, right. So I have a druid. Death Knight, I need to make one later. Druid, she's right there. Hunter, obviously. All right. Mage, Paladin, Priest, Rogue, Shaman, Warlock, Warrior is the last one. So I think I'll make Auction Girl a Warrior, and then I'll eventually replace Tanky Girl with a tank or a Death Knight, right? Because what I'll probably do is level. Let me think here. Can I make a Draenei Rogue? Let me think here. I already have a paladin. I don't want a paladin. Okay, let me tell my sister. Because I just want this main account to be the one that I play. Okay. I was not really thinking through the ramifications. Choice of paladin when we played the other night. Already have a paladin, and I sort of wanted one of every class on this account, on this server. Do you mind if I make her a rogue or warlock instead? I can independently them to 10 to just 10 in order to catch up and continue questing. I always play a human rogue, so I really want that to be a human. But, let's see. What races... Wrath. What races can be Warlock? Maybe I'll go Warlock. Human or Gnome. Okay, human or Gnome. Race and class in 3.3.5. I want to see all the possible combinations. Okay, all races except Pandaren. I don't care about that. Here, this is annoying. Da, 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 da. Okay. Cool. Okay. Races. Okay, here we go. So Warlock. Wrath of the Lich King races. Human. And Gnome. So yeah, there we go. Human and Gnome for Warlock. And then, here, let me make this a little bit bigger. Rogue can be human, not Draenei, night elf, dwarf, and gnome. All right, maybe I'll just make her a human. No, I think I want to play the warlock with them. I'm going to go ahead and delete this character. Then I will, so this video's name is going to be wrong. So, sorry about that. But I'm going to mail this stuff out. Let's mail this stuff to Brizzy. She's going to be the new companion for everybody. I need to send her to her bank. I don't remember if I put anything in the bank or not, but I need to figure that out. Okay, so let me figure out what quests she's done, because I want to be able to catch up to them. Let me go to Questy, My Journey, Quest by Zone, completed quests. Okay, so these are the ones I've completed. Let me take a picture of this. A couple of pictures, actually. And let me copy these into a document. Sheets, google.com, because I want to make sure I do the same ones. Because I want to catch up with them and, like, you know what I mean, just be at the same level. All right, so let me add another page. I'll call this Brizzy. All right, so she's going to go. Whoops. She obviously can't do all of these, but she can do most of them. Okay, so there's that. I'm pasting these into a Google Sheet. Okay, so the missing scout is the bottom one. Whoops. Why does it not do that correctly? There we go. Blood Elf Spy. All right. Bandits. Copy. Paste. All right. And then from bandits down to Night Stalker Cleanup. Copy. Paste. Now from Warlord Sriss. Down to all that remains. All right. So this is what it looks like this, right? So I have a guide to go by and see if there's any other zones that are listed for some reason. My Journey, okay. Available quests, unobtainable quests. Here, let me copy these over as well, just so I don't think I'm missing anything. Okay, and then missing requirements. So yeah, those completed. Let's see, available quests. A hearty thanks. Just so I want to make sure that she's. Oh shit. My Journey. For Blood Mist. Yeah, I don't think we've ever gone anywhere else, so we should be good. So need to copy those. Google. So basically it needs to look like that when we're playing together. There we go. Thank God for Questy, man. Great add-on. Can also send her that gold. Okay, I'm gonna abandon that. And abandon that. Now, the only problem here is I won't be able... I don't think there's a gnome trainer anywhere on this island. So I'll have to, like, teleport and then find a way to get back to them.
Good fortune.
All right. Class trainer. Yeah, there's no
faith.
warlock trainer here, so sort of screwed on that front. Let's go to the bank. I don't think I put anything in the bank. I love that there's characters in here. That's amazing.
Warm wishes to you. May your days be long and your hardships.
Just start with that.
May I be of service?
Okay, so we have those. Oh yeah, that's right.
Dionys?
I need to send those to Brizzy. So Brizzy has them. Okay, so let's send... Let's vend everything except the shirt.
All
I
prices
think I want to
here
give
are
that
reasonable.
to Brizzy.
Remember the lessons
So
of
we're going
the
to get rid of this. We're going to send her the shirt. And all these. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to send 543, because that's the last 30 will be for the fee to send. There we go. Excellent. All right, deleting Tanky Girl. Okay, so she's good. So I'll level her later. I am going to get on the rogue and work on the rogue for a little bit, and then I'll create a new video just for Brizzy. I think I'll level her solo for a while.
Light be with you. Go with honor, friend.
That goes there. This goes there. That goes there. Let's make macros. SS. Show tooltip, which it's not doing for some reason. Start attack. Cast sinister. Strike. Copy paste. New. Eviscerate. Excellent. Well, let's go get this quest too. What's nice is I can use my blacksmith to make daggers for her. And I can actually start making agility gear. I'll have a character that can actually use agility gear. That'd be nice.
Hey there.
Are you all stacking up on the wall again? I'm gonna have to pull these from a distance. Damn it. Oh, this belongs here. Oh, look at that. Combo points. Okay, that's where it's showing combo points. I'll have to figure out how to change the combo point system. TP. All right, threat plates options. Combo point widget, yes, but I want something different, right? Like what I like is to have circles, right? And then have them change color based on how many combo points there are, with a higher number of points turning green. Like, okay, use it, you're good to go. 1 point being red and then slowly changing to green. And then like blue for 5, like, okay, you're over. You probably should have used a combo point by now. Because 4 tends to be the ideal number. Tends to be, not always, but tends to be. Man, they're all killing my wolves. Are they actually in here doing quests? That's funny. That is funny. I guess I can kill vermin too. Here, let me fix Questy so it's not showing completed and available quests, because that's going to really cause slowdowns. Mine. Son of a bitch. I guess it's not terrible. It's out of the way, which is good. Maybe I can just play with Brizzy for a while and get to just go do the quests in whatever place. Let me try that. I'll have to go on a long journey. That'll be fun. I like journeys. Let me go ahead and abandon these for now. We're just gonna go do Draenei quests, because I want to get these guys, get these ladies all the way up to 10, so they're lined up with the other one. Maybe I'll have Britch on follow behind the Warlock. That's probably better. I mean, I know how to play Rogue. I don't really need to, like, do all the things with her. She's sort of slow in killing compared to a Warlock. Fun, but sort of like I can always come back. I'll come back later. Brienne can take a little breather. Brizzy will be herbing and alchemy to support the group the way that Tanky Girl was. I'm amazed that these Defias over here aren't like running over and trying to kill me like on a normal server. I like the way her armbands are. It's cute. All right. Let's get all of these characters to... I'm going to bring the other alt online here. Have I logged into her yet? I haven't logged into her yet, have I? So I need to log into her. So she has... So she has a server ID. So once I'm in town... Okay. Now I could do this. I just don't think I have. Is she in game? I don't remember. Okay, she is in game. All right. So what I'll do for now is we're going to log out. We're going to take Britch all the way to, good Lord, look at all the new characters being made. We're going to take her to the beginning starter area for the Draenei. And then I'm going to summon this character. So I'm going to need like to create a little group invite macro so that they can quest together. Right? But I need to get Brizzy to 2 first so that they're sort of leveled at the same time. So let me work on the macro first. Let me go find my grouping macro. So this is summon 5. That's the one that's shared among all the other characters here. So let's just, I'll create sum 1. And we'll give this the same icon because that's what my brain is used to now. I should probably use like one of these balance icons. These are for like eclipse, you know, between sun and moon. Yes, I've played balance a lot. It's not my preference, but I've done it. It's the little thing with the horn, isn't it? Like, hello, I'm blowing the horn, come join me. I don't know, is that a paladin spell? Seems like it would be a paladin spell. You know what I can do? I can just go like this, and then I can go to summon 5. Go to change name icon. Is it not going to show me where it is? It's not going to show me where it is it? What a bastard. Oh, wait. It is down here somewhere, right? It sort of put me there, but did it just take that from my other one? Maybe. Maybe I'll use a mage teleport spell for this, because that sort of makes sense. Or even like one of these, like plus, like let's add the people back in here. Okay, so this is going to be summon, add Britch and Brizzy. So summon. So Brizzy, I'll do just a little bit of killing to get to 2. And then I'll pop over to Britch and summon her. And that way they'll quest together in the Draenei area. Except I'll be on Brizzy. So that I can like do like ranged things more quickly, more efficiently. And then what I'll do is I'll set Britch's Hearth to Azure, Brizzy's to Stormwind, then they can pull each other as needed, right? So Brizzy can, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I'll do that. Let me get Brizzy to Stormwind first and set her Hearth there. That way Brizzy can run back to Stormwind to train when she hits 2, 4, 6, 8, and so forth. And she'll get the quest for the Voidwalker at 10, the Succubus at 20, and so forth. That way she's sort of, you know, well, they'll stop questing at 10 because Brizzy will sort of hang out in Azure with them. But I'll leave her Hearth in Stormwind. That way she can Hearth back as needed. And then we'll just figure out how to get her to them some other way at that point. Maybe I think at 10, we'll figure out what we do then. I don't know. I don't want to plan it out so far in advance. But Britch and Brizzy will do this same set of quests, right? Let's go get the flight path first. Come on. At least the rain isn't so terrible, right? Because of Leatrix Plus, it's reduced it down a little bit.
Hello.
You don't know anything. Let's go get Darnassus real quick. Then we'll head over to the Exodar and start the set this lady at the starting area for the moment. She'll wear that. I do need to send her like a gold so she can have some things. I'm gonna miss the boat anyway, so it's fine. Ooh, look at that. Dark Shore Thresher. Ouch, ouch, ouch. What are they, like 16, 14, 15, 16? Definite death for this character. Really glad I made that change. That's really helpful. Don't fall into the water. Death awaits. Instant death. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat, yo. Hey, baby. She's ready to stab something. Don't trust that kind face. She's an evil mofo, just wanting to stab crap. Which reminds me, I'm going to get something to drink. Or more like I have chewable ice to chew. I'm adding some Mio orange vanilla flavoring to it to make it like an icy. Well, so much for diminished rain effect, huh? Hey, flight paths. If I could change this to cabin. Maybe that's what I need, the buffs frame. I'd love to change the alpha of it. Ooh, nice. Can I change the alpha? We'll try that. We'll see that works. Please don't run off the end. Thank God. I realized as soon as I hit that it's like, okay, you stop. Aha, yes. I don't want that there. I want that, like, right here. For now. I wonder how this is different from basic minimap. Okay. No. I like my map. I hate it in the corner. It should never be up there in the first place. Like that. I already used skillet for this. But yeah, the default profession frame is anemically small. Okay. I already use a tip tack for that. I already hide all that. That's already hidden. I'd love to hide the time on this thing. Can I change that completely? I want local time. Oh, it is local time, right? Unclamp is like the absolute best right there. Lets you tuck it down in the corner. I don't want to treat them as friends. Oh, this is nice. I like that. Like when you talk to a banker and it's like there's an extra step to go through. That's awful. It's not awful. It's not like a hardship, but it's annoying. Let's go in here first and get some bags. Plus, this is safer than going this way because there's enemies over there. I will need to bring a third character to keep the XP the same, because it was 3 of us. Now that rumble was a cataclysm rumble, right? Remember how the world would rumble here and there before Cataclysm? That has to be what that is. Because this is like the last Wrath patch right before Cata. So it makes sense that there would be like rumblers. Like if you were a GM and you could like see all the stuff, you should be able to see like rumblers added, like objects that make a rumble sound and make the screen shake if you're close to them. Okay, so now let's do some triage on the character list here. Okay, so this lady is here. She's good. Let's send her a gold. So just like the other one. So she can buy basic bags. Eventually she'll open all these things. All right.
Welcome. Browse at your leisure. Be kind to those less fortunate.
Chronokai Christor. Blessings upon your family.
So this lady will be a skinner, just like my sister, but it'll be fine because we won't be grouped together. But this way, she can feed skins to Bridia, who's the leather worker, and Bridia can make this character, you know, the things that she needs.
May the light embrace you.
Thank you.
Blessings upon your family.
All prices here are reasonable. Be
Perfect.
kind to those less fortunate.
We're having fun. We're having fun. We're having fun. Wish I could scale the alpha of this panel back a bit. Is there anything else this character needs? Let me think here. She could also be a miner. So I'm gonna have an herbalist, alchemist. That's Brizzy. Let me think about this. I can create another character now, right? Yes. So ultimately, I need to have Auction Gal, who's a priest, replaced by either a DK or a warrior. Because I do want one of every class, ultimately. That's fun. I like having one of every class. So maybe I'll keep Auction Gal for now, but when I make a DK, I'll blow her away for the space for the DK. And I'll do... So if I were to do a warrior, what races can be warriors in Wrath of the Lich King? Human, dwarf, gnome, night elf, Draenei. Maybe I'll just make a Draenei. Okay. I don't know, maybe a big tanky tank. Certainly easier to get him over there. A bluey. That's good. Hairstyle. What hairstyle? Bald is good. Facial hair is fine. Hair color, don't care about that. Let's see. Bricks. He's like a bricks, right? Yeah. So he has to get to level 2 to catch up with Britch.
One month ago, a terrible explosion tore open the skies above northern Kalimdor. At that moment, the great ship Exodar plummeted from the heavens and crashed upon the world of Azeroth. Having fled the ravaged world of Outland, the noble Draenei used the dimension-traveling Exodar to reach safe haven. Inspired by tales of the heroic alliance that stood against the might of the Burning Legion, the Draenei have come to enlist aid in retaking their shattered homeland. Dedicated to preserving life and upholding the tenets of the Holy Light, the Draenei hope to gather a new coalition of warriors to battle the Burning Legion and put a halt to its horrific burning crusade. Armed only with courage and their unshakable faith in the light, the Draenei look forward to finding the Alliance and ushering them towards the destiny that awaits beyond the skies of Azeroth. Now, the fate of 2 worlds rests in your hands.
Yes, it does. Okay, so I'm not going to take that quest yet. I'm basically going to set myself up. I'm going to grind to level 2 without doing any quests, because the other character didn't do any. She was just farming, basically. All right, so combat bar. It's going to go up over here. Ah, there we go. Ooh, look how tiny it is. Maybe I don't like that. I think I don't like that, honestly. So just do a reset, back to main. Whoops. Manage buffs, reload. I think I like the buffs the way they are. I just wish I could screen them back so they were like 60% of their current like opacity. Standard unit frames. I'm gonna go to my profiles, choose Bree. Beautiful. I'm gonna go to Voodoo. Choose Hidden. Apply. Okay. Take this, move this down. Then Chatter. profiles, free. I think this actually needs to be like this so I can move this down, right? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now this is a good looking panel. Let's get this guy to level 2 real quick. Actually, let's do it with Brizzy here. I'll do it with Brizzy. All right, let me go to the macros. This is sum 5, sum 1. I'll say this sum 2. Let's say this is, I'll say this is just trio. For now. Bricks. There we go. All right. So, Brizzy, I'm bringing you here. Let me think. Is this the right way to do it? I do want her to get the Stormwind. Probably better to bring her here first. I might just level with this guy. Like, so I can get some practice on, because he can charge and stuff. I might just do that. Let me just get him to 2 first by himself. Because if I bring Britch in, then she'll have extra XP, and that'll be weird. I don't want to do that. But I do need to get him bags and things. Maybe I could hand him bags from Britch if she buys a few more. Let's see, what spells does he have? He has Throw, Battle Stance, Heroic Strike. All right. Battle Stance, Q. He's already in Battle Stance. Let's do attack. There we go. We're just trying to get to 2. And then we can actually do these quests. What's cool is when Brizzy breaks off to be with my sister and a friend, then this guy and Bricks and Britch can just bring in a healer, right? They can just bring in their own little healer to heal them. I mean, this guy, I don't know if I'm going to tank or if I'm just going to do a Fury or not arms, Fury or what. I have no idea. I mean, I might move to Brizzy. I don't know. Or I could decide to play as a warrior with them, right? Maybe I could just tank as a warrior or DPS as a warrior. Too many people here. Go away. But this guy would probably want to pick up mining and engineering, is my guess. Oh, man. No, 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 son of a bitch. Ha 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 ha. You suck. Who's the bot now? No, 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 no. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll fall in love with Warrior. Stranger things have happened. Fine. I should rename this video. There we go. This guy's done for the moment. Excellent. Now I'm kind of intrigued. Maybe I do want to play him. It's weird. I'm weird that way. There's a part of me that wants to like solve it. Like playing Warrior is a puzzle that I still can't crack. I'm like, I'll figure it out, damn it, I'll figure it out. Maybe it'll all dawn on. I mean, I played it in retail, right, back in the day, back during the original Wrath and Kata, and then I sort of lost interest. I was even tanking like heroic 5-mans on Warrior and doing quite well, but it was a chore. It was like a lot of work. Okay, so we're gonna bring this same macro out. The trio macro is going to go right there. Excellent.
I hope you find something useful. May your days be
Send another gold over
ship's few.
because we're going to find ourselves broke. Of course, Brizzy's going to have access to a mailbox. Whatever cash she has, she'll pass half of it to Bricks. Who's like a brick, right? He's Bricks. Okay. So she is 2. She's a little bit more than 2. Okay. So 2 and 6 bubbles. 2 and 6 bubbles. That's where they need to be. Right about there. See, well, I can make up the difference at the end by doing a few extra kills here and there. I just want to make sure they roll at least 2, that way they can get all the quests. Whoa, dude. Holy shit, dude. What the hell? Bought much? So Brizzy.
What can I do for you?
Is it 2 words or 1 word? 2 words. It's weird because some of them are 1 words, some of them are 2 words, and it never seems to make sense to my brain why they would be one way or the other. we're not doing quests here anyway, so let's just go over here. You know what I should do? I'll just run her all the way to Stormwind. That's probably the best way to do it. I doubt she'll hit 3 on the way, but we'll see. Always, we care most about Stormwind rep. That's the most important one, because that's going to affect your flying mount costs. At least before Northrend flying, which is a separate thing. That's Karen Tor rep. But it's unlikely that you will get, any discount on that anytime soon. We're going to try to get through here without dying. We die, it's okay. Ah! Hey, my defense is going up. That's good. He said, to try to make the best of a bad situation. Thank God it's not a hardcore server, right? Oops, wrong way. Get as far as I can before taking a res. Yay! I did it! We did it! A little gnome voice. Now, why gnome? Because it's hilarious. A little tiny girl gnome controlling this giant summoned beast is comical to me. Plus, the intelligence buff is not terrible. Expansive mind, that increases crit rate a little bit, I think. Yeah, let's do this. Shoot can go there for now. Yay, we have a use for wands. We can make a wand and send it to her. What would be really hilarious later on is if I can bring all 10 of my characters online in like a 10-man raid and do Kara. That'd be really killer. Kara is such a lovely instance. This was just a test. I wasn't actually going there. Ashen Order and Dickledork NPC bots. Well, what I can recommend there is that you go to AzerothCore, right? Go here, follow the instructions. I can't walk you through it because I'm not going to do that. And then search for AzerothCore modules, right? And you want the Git catalog here. So you want mod player bots. And follow the directions on which version of AzerothCore to install, because you have to use a different version. You have to use basically a different player bot branch. So look here before you look at the AzerothCore thing, so you're not building in one direction. So you basically want this repository, right? AzerothCore Wrath of the Lich King. You want this version, right? Rather than the, but you want to use the other, you want to use these instructions on how to install it anyway. So that's the best I can give you. And then there's, of course, there's other modules there. Like I'm using the AoE loot. I'm using the Olama AI chat. I'm using the AH bot. But yeah, you'll be able to play, if you use this version of the game, you can play in Azeroth, Outland, and Northrend. But the whole thing is all here. So like if I go out, there's Northrend, for example. There's Outlands, right? It's all there. This is the game as it was in late 2010, right before the Kata patch, right before the 4.1 or 4.01 patch hit back in 2010. Like, you know, summer of 2010, this is what the game looked like. I hope that helps. This to me was, I wouldn't say this is my favorite version of the game, but this is one of my favorite versions of the game. I'd say this is when the game felt simple enough to hold the whole thing in your head, right? Past this, it gets more weird in a way. Like they had archaeology in Kata, or maybe that was Pandaria. I think it was Kata. And then they added pet battles in Pandaria, and then, you know, in Kata they destroyed a whole bunch of stuff, which was very disorienting to many people, including me. I mean, there were some things I liked about it, like, it's funny, I have this love-hate relationship with flying in Azeroth. I love flying in Azeroth, but I also hate that there's flying in Azeroth. I hate it with a passion, because it makes the whole world feel small. Like right now, to get up here, right, to Eastern Plaguelands, you got to take flight paths, right? Or you can hoof it, but either way, it's going to take a while, right? You have no control over it. If you're here in Darnassus and you want to get down here to Silithus, you either have to like do flight paths, or you have to just run, right? With flying, you just point your mouse and you're flying. Files in the models. I don't know what that question means. I didn't have to change anything. I just had to choose the correct source, basically, and then install it exactly the way they recommended. Now, I installed mine on a Mac, right? Right now, this client that you're seeing, this is a Windows PC, right? Because you can see right here, I'm on Windows, right? So, Windows, right? That's this. But my server is running on a Mac because I wanted the two to be separate. I didn't want to bog down my Windows computer with the server code running in the background. And that's really important later on. That was a good choice later on because I'm also running an AI model in Olama, which is like an AI hosting app on your computer where you can load different chat profiles or chat models. And so I'm running the Gemma 3 colon 12B model in Olama on my Mac, and the chatbot module is talking to that. Once you set it all up, as far as how to set it all up, I cannot tell you that. It was trial and error, and everything I tried, it was like, okay, that's not working. Okay, that's not working. Okay, that worked, you know. So you just have to roll up your sleeves and follow the directions, and there is a Discord that they have a link to, and like I did have a problem with one thing, and it was because I did something wrong, and they said, oh, do this instead of that. I'm like, oh, cool, thank you. I was like, you're my hero for the day. But I have this opened up for my sister and a friend and one of her friends, and that's all we'll ever do. I'm not going to bring this anybody else in. If we have another friend, if he ever wants to play it. Modules. Sorry, not models, modules. So, modules, there we go. So, player bots module. This is like the main one, right? I'm also using AH Bot Plus. I'm also using Olama Chat, AoE Loot, and one more. Bot level brackets. Those are the only ones I installed, and I can't speak to the efficacy of anything else, because like some of these seemed like they were cheats, first of all, so I didn't want to use them. As far as change the files, they have configuration files that you can tweak the values. So I do a lot of tweaking to make this more like the way I want it. But other than that, you can go into the source files and edit them, right? They're all C++ files. So if you know how to code in C++, or if you're good with using, you know, ChatGPT, where you're like, I want to be able to, here's the code I have, I would like it to do this. And then maybe you can, there we go, level 2. Maybe you can tell it, you know, do this and this and this. Set our hearth in the beginning. Oh, sure. No worries. Okay, so I think there's an inn over here in the mage quarter, right? No, there's only an inn there. Okay. I know there's an inn over there, but it's only a male. It's only like an artifice inn. It's not a true inn with a hearth and everything. Like this. It's like this. There's no real hearth there. Okay, so this character will be the Stormwind Porter. Because she has to come here to do her Stormwind-based things. I think she'll have to bring Britch here as well, because I don't think rogues have a trainer in Draenei Land, in Goatland. Yeah, there's applications that I have 2 applications that let me edit the SQL files, which you do have to do if you want to make this available on anything other than the computer that's running the server. Like, if you run the client on the same computer as the server, which you can do, and many people do, you don't have to do anything with SQL. It just works. But if you, like, I'm playing on my network, and so this computer is on the same network, but it's on a different computer. So I had to tell the server, and I had to go into SQL and like edit some tables, right, for the realm list table, and say, I want you to live at this IP address, not your local host, which is 127.0.0.1. So this is good. No, I haven't changed anything. This is just most of the bots are out in the world doing things. So occasionally you'll see someone in Stormwind. I would love for there to be a module that says, you know, it's like a Stormwind lounge module or something where player bots have a maybe like a 2% chance to just want to chill in Stormwind, you know, and get on their mounts, show off their mounts, you know, do emotes, do a little bit of RP with each other in front of the bank and so forth. That would be nice. That would make it feel even more like a real server. Because that's one of my goals, is I want this to feel like a real server, right? With real players doing real things, but I don't actually want 1,000 players here. I don't want more than maybe 2 or 3 because I don't want to open this up to the public for many reasons. Like I just don't want to. This is my private server. I don't want a bunch of strangers on there. And I also don't want to get Blizzard noticing me. I don't want them to say, oh, we got to shut this guy down. He's competing. It's like, no, I'm not. It's just little old me. Me and just a couple friends that I know in real life. That's it. My sister and a friend. I would have to do a lot of coding, and I don't want to do that. You'd have to literally go into the PlayerBots code and change the fundamental things of what it does. Like, you'd have to go into... as far as I know, you can't do it natively. You have to go into the source. You'd have to, like, go in here and change the AI, you know, and maybe even in the world RPG stuff, right? And change their strategies so that they had yes, you could play offline. The only time I couldn't play off, like, I'm playing offline because nothing I do goes anywhere near Blizzard, right? This is all my own network. Like, I could shut off the internet and I could still do this, right? But my sister and our friend would not be able to get in because they have to come in through the internet. But yes, I could totally play this off, and I technically am playing this offline, right? I could go shut off I couldn't shut off the router, but I could disconnect the internet and I would still be running just fine. Like, I could not pay my internet bill and they could just cancel my internet. I'd still be good. Not that I would ever want to do that. And truth be told, if you wanted to run this on just one computer, you don't even need to be connected to a network. You could just have, like, your own computer just sitting in your bedroom, you know, lying in bed and not even connected to the internet, and you're still running. Because that's the way it runs by default. If you install the server and the client on the same computer, they talk to each other like magic. It's only when you have to branch out of one computer that you have to start editing preference files and settings and, you know, SQL tables and, you know, adding port forwarding to your router and so forth. Like, I had to go to my router and I had to forward 2 ports from the router to my Mac Studio, right? So that when my sister wanted to log in, she could get in, right? I just give her my public IP address and then she can log into it, right? And she hasn't played WoW for years, so it's kind of fun for her. I think the last time she played WoW was Legion. Yeah, it's the last time she ever played WoW. Living chat? Well, it's that's what if you mean like it sounds like real people, then yeah, that's what the Olama chat module does. I can show you what that looks like here in a little bit. But I'm trying to get this gal over to the questing zone first. Okay, so she's level 2. I guess I can bring her over now. But she just hit 2. Didn't even occur to me, but yeah. Actually, no. Let's get her the flight path here. But like, I made a guild, and the guild members talk to each other, you know. If you hit a new level, they'll, you know, congratulate you in an RP. And this is an RP server, right? Because I didn't want it to be like a hardcore server where the players are like a bunch of dicks. I just want it to be an RP server, and I want everyone to sort of be immersed in the story of WoW, have fun in the world, right? Because to me, the world is a character, and I want that to sort of be the way it is. So it's an RP server, and I enforce, well, I don't enforce RP rules, but the Olama chat uses RPG things to do their chatting, so they're all in character, basically. Let me do this. Yeah, that's great. I don't know who Dinkeldork is, but yeah, that's an absolutely valid way to do it, and I would easily do that with my grandchildren. Okay, so we're here. Let me show you. Let me go to Briand. I'm going to invite these other characters here. Okay, so he's an Ironforge, right? This is my level 42 hunter. Let me go to the macro. This is the trio. So this, let me take out the summon. I don't want to summon them here. It won't summon them unless I do that. So I'm gonna bring them online. Why isn't it bringing them on? Let's see, player bot spot, add Rich, Brizzy, Bricks. Huh. Let me think here. Let me try this. It shouldn't. Dang it. Player bots. Add. There we go. Alright, now let's try it. Shit! I didn't mean to do that. I thought I removed the line. Oh, that's summon 1. I don't want that one. I want trio. There it is. All right. Oh, I see what I did wrong. There we go. Okay, so now I can go. G invite Rich. G invite Brizzy. G invite Bricks. Now these are all my characters, right? They're all alts. So I'm gonna kick these guys out. So now they're all in the guild, right? They're whatever, right? I'm gonna log out. Now I'll go to Brizzy. She's an Ironforge. She should be in the guild now. So now I can see the guild chat. So I can go. Greetings, everyone. Happy to be in the guild. We'll see what they say. There you go. Live chat. In a way.
What can I do for you?
Okay, so she's back sort of where she was, so that's fine. Let me go to Bricks. I think I need to figure out her bags too, don't I? Yeah. Because she has mail. You have mail. Here, let me change the name of this video. YouTube. YouTube Studio. Here we go. Transmog, like to change their outfits and stuff. I don't want to do that here because it's not in the game at this point in time. So I don't want anything that's in the game later. Rich. New leveling trio. Save. Like if it didn't exist in Wrath, it's not going to be here because I don't want to add it. I'd say the only thing that's here that wasn't there is AoE loot, but that's just a quality of life feature that I find to be most useful. It doesn't change the game dynamics, it just makes it easier to loot things. Less of a nuisance to loot things. This needs to be Bree. There we go. So this goes there. Squire shirt, so we match the Drenai a little bit. Tanky girl's with us in spirit. Okay, so she needs to train. Well, it's not vanilla, but I want to. In a way, it's vanilla version of Wrath of the Lich King. So in that sense, yes.
Be good.
I don't want any enhancements like XP boosts or free gold or anything like that. None of that is on this server. I just want it to be genuine, original game, exactly the way it was, other than AoE loot and, you know, AI bots. So as you're playing this, other than the fact that this square is completely barren, I want it to look and feel just like a real WoW server did in late 2010. Because that's the game I remember and that I want. Like, I can't even be a GM on this account. I don't have GM powers because I didn't give them to myself. I have a separate, completely different account for GM. Like if I need to fix things, like if characters are lost somewhere.
Chair back.
Listen, trainer, train me. Okay, so that didn't work. LTP. Interface. Trainers. I can, but I don't want to be on this account.
Welcome.
I am on a different server. Whoa. Unavailable. Oh, I have to be level 5. Okay, got it. So maybe I should just... Like, I have a GM account, just not for this... Not for these characters. I only go to it if there's a problem. Like, if I... Like, let me see here. Who Eastern? Sometimes bots get stuck in Eastern Plagueland, so I can invite them. Invite... Oh, too low, okay. So I can't fix them on this character, but I can fix them on the GM. Or I can fix them on my high-level character. Like, I can invite them and then teleport them here, so they're no longer dying in Eastern Plaguelands, because there's some sort of a weird bug with the player bots where they want to go to Eastern Kingdoms, or Eastern Plaguelands, because they're trying to get to Ghostlands, and it's really stupid. Even though I've turned that off, it's really weird. Yes, so player bots lets you invite your alts to be online at the same time. So like, currently I have these characters, right? I'll be eventually deleting this character to make room for a Death Knight. Once this guy gets to 55, I'll make a Death Knight and put him here. And then Auction Gal will become something different named, right? and then I'll choose a different character, maybe Brix the Warrior, to sort of like sit in town and be my auction person, right? But until then, I can invite any of these characters online while I'm on one of these. They're sort of like they act as bots, right? The same logic that runs the bots in player bots runs what are called like the followers. So, you know, whoever you log into is the master. And then these are like the alt bots, right? Alt bots. So I can log into the paladin here. This is what I did for a little while. I can log into the paladin. And then notice how this group is empty, right? There's all sorts of missing characters. I can go like this, and now here they are. These are my alts, right? Or I could log into one of them. Like if I wanted to level up Brill's herbalism for a while. Or if I wanted to work on Bridia and her her leatherworking or whatever. Or if I wanted to go skin a bunch of stuff on Brimage, you know, by himself, I could do that too. Or I could have him, but they would all be following, right? Let's go to a Brill and pretend that we're trying to level our herbalism. So here's Brill. Same command. Boop, there they all are. Now here's the character I was just on, right? The tank. But now I'm on the herbalist. So now she can herb things if she needs to. But you can have up to 40 characters in a group. They could all be your characters across 4 accounts if you wanted. Like if you wanted a raid with all your own characters that you know, miraculously leveled up by hand all the way to 80, or maybe you cheated and you just made them 80, which to me defeats the point of the game. I would never do that. That's, ugh. Just the idea is vomitous. I don't like cheating. It just feels like, what's the point? What is the actual point of playing a game if you're not actually playing a game? All right. So let's put this guy right here. All right, so now I can say, in the trio group, I can say summon. So now, not only am I grouping them, but I'm pulling them here. Boop. So there's the rogue I made earlier. There's Brizzy, the one I was in Ironforge, right? So now Britch, I'm going to log over to Britch. So she can hand some things to the warrior, because he needs gold and he needs bags. Well, my plan is to get to 80, you know, and do all the things, but we'll see. You know, maybe I'll get bored and not want to do it. You never know. But it'll be here, right? If I want to leave this for 2 years, I can come back and continue. I need to tweak these server settings because it's making too many brand new players. Yikes. Okay, we're going to trade with this guy. We're going to give him half of this gold. We're going to give him these 4 bags.
My deepest gratitude.
Okay, now I'm going to log into him, and he's going to equip those bags. And then he'll be good to quest. Now, but I do want to do one thing, and that is I want to severely limit the number of low-level characters, and I do that by changing a setting in the player bot leveling thing. I forget what it's called. Here, let me go over to my Mac. Because you won't see this because I don't have it shared over as a screen. I should do that so I can at least do this all from one computer, but not right now. I have my Mac over to my left, so I'm logging into it, or I'm unlocking the screen basically. And let me go into the config here. Mod player level brackets. Yeah, I thought I fixed this, but maybe I undid it. I keep going back and forth with the setting. Real player weight is 1. Do 1% here. 2% there. Let's do 2%, no, 1% there. And then we'll do 19% and 19%. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna equip this guy's bags. Whoops, wrong keyboard. Okay, so All right, so I'm going to log him out. And then over on my Mac, I'm going to open up the server console. I'm going to go server shutdown 15 seconds. So you see that right there? Server shutdown in 15 seconds. So it's going to be just after he logs out here. 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, and logging out all bots. Quit. Yes. Bring the auth server back up. Bring the world server back up. Log back in. Well, you have to, well, that's why I basically made it so they're all level 2, right? These are all level 2 on purpose, because I want them to level together and not be ahead or behind each other. So now what I can do is I can take this quest, right? So he has the quest, but they don't. But I can share it, right? Now, they're not eligible, but I am, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to abandon this, because they can't take it. I'm just going to go down here. Right? They'll follow me. They'll automatically follow me. I don't have to do anything. They have their own set of objectives. Like I'm not playing them directly. They're acting like bots. So what I can do is I can say, hey guys, what are your non-combat strategies? Okay, so Brizzy, her strategies when not in combat are she'll chat, she'll DPS assist, she'll duel, she'll emote, she'll summon a Felguard, she'll follow, whatever. You know, those are the things. But what about it in combat? What do you do? Oh, in combat, I do AoE if I can. I avoid any negative AoE. I will try to optimize for cast time. I will CC if I can. I will cast Curse of Agony if I can. I will, all these things, right? Same thing with Brit. She's a rogue, so she will try to get behind the enemy if she can, right? She will get in formation if she can. She will get in melee range when she can. She will use potions when she can. She will use a racial if she can, right? That's just how that all works. And you can, of course, change the strategies. If you go to the player bots documentation, you can learn all about strategies and commands and all that stuff. So we discovered the other day that this low-level zone, and maybe all low-level zones, they won't pick up that quest, right? But if I share it, now they have it. See the 2 over there? See, that 2's throwing me off. I don't want that. Let's turn off. Let's just turn this off completely. Whoops. Reload. If my alts are questing alone, I can't control them. No, if they're questing alone, I am in control of them, right? Because it's just me, right? They're not logged in when I'm not on them. Yes, there is a README, and I actually made a document summarizing a lot of my findings. Here, I'll paste the link. Because copy link. So I made this document, right? So this is what we figured out when we were playing. Some of this I figured out, some of them they figured out. And so I've sort of been compiling like an easily readable thing for my sister and our friend. And this is some things like the picking up quest things that we figured out the other day, where if you're in like the starting area, they don't pick up quests automatically, right? It's weird. They just don't do it. So you have to share it with them, or you have to use a command, which is party quest, quests, right? I think that's it. Let me look real quick. It's in the, all this is in the documentation. I just basically pulled out things that I found helpful to understand and know. Yeah, okay, it's quest asterisk. But they already have it, right? So they don't need it. So we are killing moths, right? Oh, wait. Let's go inside. Warrior trainer. I'll have to do this with each of these characters.
Arcanon Poros.
Warrior training.
The Legion's end draws near. Chronokai Christ.
Battle shout. Oh yeah.
Remember the lessons of
All
the
right,
past.
so battle shout. How long does it last? 2 minutes. Okay, so that'll be like a something that I do not often right now. Let's go get these quests too. So as I'm doing this, I will need to like adjust what they're doing. Like if he's a little bit too far ahead of the others, then I'll have to log into one of them and just go like kill a few things,
Blessings upon
right?
you. Seek
Spare
the
parts.
path of the light.
And then I can go quest. Like they don't have that, right? Spare parts. So I can go with the MP selected. I go quest asterisk, right?
Chronokai Christor.
Did they pick it up?
May your days be long and your hardships few.
They didn't pick it up. Why didn't they pick it up? Well, sharing works.
The Legion will fall.
Maybe I'll just do share from now on. Why can't I share that?
Good fortune.
Maybe I can go. I think I can go
Remain vigilant.
quest and then link it, right? Are they not going to pick it up? See, we're still trying to figure out why in this little starting area it doesn't do this properly. I might have to log over to them and just grab it. Because normally what happens is, at least when you're out of the little baby starting area, you go and talk to a quest giver, and then all the bots that you're with, whether they're bots or player bots, player alts, will pick up the quest as well. Oh yeah, sure, no problem. Now, there should be another quest here where we collect maybe the other characters can't do that. Here, let me go over to them. Yeah, I created a guild, and then if you invite other characters, they'll just automatically accept. Like, you know how some players are like, I don't want to join your guild. You basically just go to any unaltered or ungilded character you see and say, you know, you make them sign the little charter, and they'll just sign it immediately. So, like, that's how I made this guild.
Blessings upon you.
Replenishing the ceiling. Okay, vials of moth blood. So she was able to see that. Why can she see it, but he couldn't? That was weird. Okay, say vials of moth blood. That's the one I was looking for. All right, let's try this again. Let's go to Britch. See, I'm having you do some triage on the quest log, right? This was what my sister was fighting yesterday when she was trying to quest here. She created 2 characters, and I said, you can do this and this and this. And she's like, it's not working, it's not working. I'm like, oh, really? So we sort of did some triage on it, try to figure out what was wrong. And that's when we figured out, you know, you can share the quest with them. You can, you should be able to, like, click on the quest giver and, you know, say, pick up this quest, you know.
Draws near.
So we have 3 quests. Let's go back to him and see if those all appear. Actually, I should go down here as well, shouldn't I? Let's go over here. It'll be helpful to have this. Available normal and completed quests. Even though it lags me out a little bit. Well, it makes the game judder a bit, which is really annoying. Because apparently, Questy adds its own icons, right? But then it also... Questy, the game has its own icons, but so does Questy. And it's like, Questy, like you'll see it like judder. Like, watch. There's a judder. There's a judder. Yes, there's a ton of bots here already in guilds. Like, there's a guild named Booty Cry. There's a guild named Redwood Companions. I didn't make those. The player bots did. Right? They made a guild. They can have up to 50 people in their guild, and they just did it. I mean, that's a setting I tweaked. It starts at 10, but I wanted them to be able to have more than just that. Like, I could go G invite, right? Oh, I don't have permission to do that right now. I didn't elevate these 3 characters up just yet. So 4 quests. Here, let me go do that. That way they can invite. My guild master is the paladin. So let me go to him real quick. Because I made the guild on him. So I have 2 levels. Well, 3 levels. Robot, officer, and game master, or guild master. It's basically the same as Wrath. So first mount at 20, fast mount at 40, first flyer at 60, fast flyer at 70, just like Wrath. This is not vanilla. This is not the original game. This is Wrath. Wrath of the Lich King, where it goes up to 80, right? So if I go who 80, you'll see there's a bunch of level 80s in Dalaran, Ice Crown, Storm Peaks, Zuldrak, Wintergrasp. This is Wrath of the Lich King, as it was in the summer of 2010. Okay, so let me go in here, show offline members, view by alpha. Actually, let's go player status. There we go. Let's see, who's a robot? Let's go. Britch. Officer. Bricks. Officer. And Brizzy. Officer. There we go. Now they can do invites. Like, see that guy right there? He's on a mount. He's a level 26 Draenei mage. So yeah, he can mount up because he's at least 20. So he has his mount. Now the thing is, random bots do all that automatically. Like, they just, as soon as they hit 20, boom, they know how to mount, and they have their mount, like their faction mount, or their racial mount. This one has 4. Okay, so she's good. 4 quests. Those 4. RVIS. This one has 3, so there's one more down here, I believe. Again, once we leave the starting area, this shouldn't be an issue. Stutter. Yeah, well, let's turn off available normal quests, because I can already see those. Like, I don't know why I couldn't share this to the other character. It's weird. They can all get it, but they just ignored it. RVIS. I'm looking at the initial letters here. Yes. Well, no, you can't invite anyone who's offline. No, your first mount is level 20 in Wrath. It used to be 40 for your first mount. Then in Burning Crusade, it became 30 in the last patch. And then in Wrath, in the last patch, it was 20. Remember, this is the last patch of Wrath. So just before Cataclaim out, right? It's the way the game was at its very end, after all the content had come out, everything had been patched, and the game was just sort of in a hold mode for the Cata patch when 4.0 came out. So if you look at how the game was in September and October of 2010, that's this game. Now, he doesn't see. Maybe I should take that quest up there. Maybe he can't get the follow-up, but they can. That's interesting. Yeah, because that person doesn't have a quest for him, and that makes sense that he would have to do this, then turn it in, then he can get the follow-up. But they don't need to because they're not Draenei. But that's weird. You'd think that he'd just be able to as well, but apparently they just disagree.
Arcanon Pulse.
Yeah, level 60 was never when you get your first mount. Never. In vanilla, that was 40.
Warm wishes to you. Good fortune.
Now he has it.
Ever the
Okay, that's
road
really weird. Okay. I guess he had to do that in order to get the follow-up. Fine. Bring everybody else online. They'll all come over. See, they're on their way over. Hi. Hi. Yep, we're here. We're here, buddy. See, what I want to do is I want to work on Brizzy for a little bit. Because Brizzy can do ranged pulls, so she can tag things with, like, Curse of Agony or whatever. Or Shadow Bolt, even. But let's send her back home real quick and see if she can, see what she can train. Because I'll probably be using her for a while to level. But at least they all have all 4 quests. That's excellent. That's quite the feat to try to get them all on the same page. Okay, this goes here. All right. Yes, in vanilla, you got your mounts at 40 and 60. In TBC, it became 30 and 60. Late in TBC, not right away, but by the end of TBC, it was 30 and 60. And by the end of TBC, they did make 1 to 60 faster. They reduced the amount of XP to level, to hit the next level. By the time Wrath reached the end of Wrath, it took less XP to get to 70, and they scaled it so you can get your first and second mounts at 20 and 40. Come on, keep going. Again, this is late in the expansion. Like when Wrath first came out, there were no mount changes. It was 30 and 60. Just like late in TBC. And when TBC came out, it wasn't immediately 30 and 60. It was still 40 and 60 for a while.
Can I help you?
Summon Imp. Excellent. Oh, wow. Okay. So when do I get Curse of Agony? 8. All right. So the instant cast stuff comes later. Got it. Let's put that here. Yes, 335A. All right. So now she's going to log out. Now that she has her imp. We're going to go back to him. Because they're going to summon her over now that she's trained. Boop, boop. Summon. There's Brizzy. Now I'll switch to Brizzy. And then I'll play on Brizzy while they follow. And everything I'm doing, like the macro that I'm using, for example, is detailed in the document that I posted. So, right? Everything we're doing here is all documented there. The macro is exactly, it's just different names is all. Okay, so now... let's change this a little bit. Let's go. Pet defensive, pet attack. Let me loot, guys. Let me do the looting, because we'll finish faster that way. Okay, so free for all. I need to put free for all is right click. Group loot is left click. There we go. So we're gonna go actually shift right click, shift left. There we go. Free for all. Again, exactly like what I detailed in the document. Oh, I need to add the player bot command. Okay, so start attack, P attack. There we go. And actually, to be more precise, I need to get my other macro here. This one right here. Let me copy this code over to here. See, after this. There we go. Okay. So then cast Shadow Bolt, right? Yes. Attack. No Hunter's Mark. This is for the Hunter. I'll eventually move this definition over to him. Shadow Bolt. There, now it looks correct. So this should mark the enemy with a skull and send everybody in. There we go. Perfect. I shouldn't even have to do melee, so that can come out. And we're free for all, but we're all on the same page. Shit, he got it. Now, why isn't my pet attacking? I had that weird problem before, too. Pet attack. Maybe I put this down here. There's like a certain special alchemy that just sort of makes it work. It seems, anyway. He's defensive. There we go. Oh, interesting. The second click made him not. That's interesting. So he started attacking, but as soon as he hit pet defensive, that should not do that. Let's take this out for a minute, see what that does. I may ultimately need an intermediate spell that puts the whole team back in combat ready mode. I was hoping to just integrate that into my casting spells so that if for some reason I had to pull them back, I could re-engage them immediately just by casting a spell. But that might be asking too much. I might need to standardize on some sort of an intermediate, okay, everybody back into combat, and then start my rotation. It's not ideal. It's not what I would prefer. Ah, Firebolt was not auto-cast. Interesting. It should be. It should always be auto-cast. Okay, so let's put that line back in. Pet defensive, pet attack. Let's see if Firebolt stays active here on his bar. It's a blessing and a curse to have bots on your server because it feels alive, but they also take your kills. Like, come on, guys, let me have some of these. Son of a bitch.
I'll just get along. Is this really necessary?
Because in the background, they're secretly just following my lead as far as progress goes. When I turn this in, even though they've not picked up a single vial, it should still work. They should still get a completion. Oh, well, he just fell from nothing. Fell from the air. Yeah, it's an MMO, and the nuisance factor is part of it. I just don't have PvP turned on because I don't dig any of that. I mean, I could go PvP if I wanted to, like start attacking, you know, guards and things, but to me that's just silliness. Maybe later on when I want, you know, to kill the leaders of each faction and get the mount or something, I don't know. Like, I'm not a background person or a battleground person, I'm not a duel person. I don't see the point, but some people love it.
This was not in my contract.
And that's fine. That's why WoW it has something for everybody. And with Mists of Pandaria, they even have collect them all pet things, which I never really got into. My sister loved it, even though she was, you know, 40 at the time.
Oh, sure, it's a little guy.
There are no PvP zones. I mean, it's not a PvP server, so you don't get flagged when you go into Barrens, for instance. If I attack a guard, or if I run into crossroads and I start attacking a guard, then yeah, I'll flag, and then, you know, whoever's there is going to probably try to defend. Because I'm the enemy at that point. But I don't go out of my way to do that. But you could set it up so it's a PvP server if you wanted to. I just don't do that. Okay, I think we're done. Yes, we are done. Okay, now watch. They should complete it. Everybody come close.
May the light embrace you. Be kind to those less fortunate.
Now let's see how they did. See if they should have completed it. Maybe the low levels are different. Maybe 1 through 5 they turn it off, and you just have to do it the hard way. I don't know. It's weird. I haven't figured out the low levels yet. It's very strange. Like when I grouped my other group, I played to like level 5 or 6 before I grouped them up the first time. So I never experienced this weird, I can't pick that quest up kind of a thing. I never found that charming. I only found that annoying, so
The Naru
that's
have
not my
not
thing.
forgotten us.
But if you like it, that's totally fine. I personally hate that with a passion. Like, the hatred of 1,000 suns. I hate that. I hate it so much. I don't want to be hindered in my adventures. But if you like that, then you can set your server up that way if you want.
Warm wishes to you.
Now see, he has 0 vials of moth blood. That's so weird. She got some. She completed hers, but he didn't. It's very strange. Again, the weirdness in the starting zone is just weird. Absolutely. Not only that, you can set it up to be RP like what I did. This is an RP server. I mean, that's just sort of a, it's not enforceable or anything, but I just wanted that to be the type of server I made it. It's an RP server. This is the server where we role play. I don't role play, but the NPCs do, right? The bots do. Like, I don't bury myself in the part. I don't, like, go on extemporaneous, you know, adventures in character. But I also don't, like, fill chat with, you know, my wife is this and that and the other. Like, you know, when I'm in here, as far as the character goes, this character that I'm on doesn't know anything about the real world. All he knows is he's a character in WoW. Yay, we did it. Well, they're talking right here. See this? Brizzy just said, vials are annoying. Let's finish this, then loot. So what do you all want to do next?
Blessings upon you. Do not lose faith.
Maybe they'll respond, maybe they won't. I don't know. Urgent delivery complete. Loot, perhaps? Let's turn in that delivery, then see what's up.
You wish to buy? Trade?
Let's see. Did I need any of this? Yes.
Dionys
I needed that. Okay, so he completed that. So now 2222, excellent.
Greetings, friend.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here? You're standing on my NPC, dudes. There we
May
go.
the light embrace
Oh, she completed the quest Volatile Mutations. Now I completed it.
misfortune.
Quest available. Okay, so now I can go. What must be done? Share. And now they have it. Good. That worked. And now I can pick up this quest.
Wishes to you.
Botanica legwork. Now I can try to share that. Now they have it. Good. Well, this is a 4K monitor, so if you use a 4K monitor and you go full screen, you should be able to see it just fine. It should be, like, pretty sharp on the screen.
The Naru.
Are you a
not
real
forgotten.
player blocking the NPC, dude?
May your days be long and your hardships few.
Sure that. What they are doing is, there's a module I have. Called Player Mod Bot Level Brackets, right? This is an enhancement on player bots, which goes, okay, do you want to distribute the bots that you have out over the whole spread from 1 through 80? If so, use this module. We'll make sure that they're always spread out between 1 and 80, right? So what it'll do is every so often it'll say, oh, are there too few level 1s? Let's grab some mobs that are higher level and make them level 1, right? It doesn't make new characters. It just takes that guy that used to be level 80 and makes him a level 1 or a level 2 or a level 3, and it brings him here, or I think it brings him here. But it might also take one of these guys and say, okay, you're no longer level 1, you're now level 75. It doesn't teleport him to the zone necessarily. At least that's my theory. I don't know for sure, but that's my theory. Here, let me set a timer so I don't forget. 6:55. There we go. But you can see they're talking. They it's like a normal guild, just chatting about in RP, not about like personal problems. That's always draining. I don't want to hear all your personal problems. I don't know you. I don't feel like giving all your. I mean, I don't care if it sounds selfish. I just don't care. Don't care at all. I don't need to know all your problems. Yes. Not only that, but you can also tell it. Let's say that I'm level 35, right? And there's a perfectly even distribution of bots from 1 to 80. Well, it's going to make it harder for me to find characters to play with, like if I want to do a dungeon, because they're all spread evenly. So what you can do is you can say, you know what? In the 30 to 39 range, give me more players to play with, right? Ooh, he just vanished. That was weird. So give me a bump, right? So if I go to 30 to 39, there's 58 people. If I go 40 to 49, there's 51. 20 to 29, 75. 10 to 19, 60. 1 to 9, 146. I don't know. I've never tried world chat here. But you can see there's a lot of players from 1 to 9, right? Because I'm on characters that are level 1 through 9. So it's going to go, oh, we're going to give him a whole bunch of extra players to play with if he wants to, right? So he can sort of feel like, you know, more is going on here. Okay, so I'm going to basically remove that quest, right? I'm not going to do that quest. Ooh, we have to go do Foul Lashers. There's no, now that I think about it, there's no real need for a world chat. That wouldn't really add anything. Because normally world chat is where you would coordinate world events. Like we're all, you know, doing this and that, the other. Yes, there is a limit based on your computer's power. I could probably have up to 5,000. It would be fine, because I'm using like 1.5 cores of a 20 core system for the bots. But this is enough. This is enough for me. I don't need more bots. But you could have as many as your computer can handle. Part of the problem is that I'm also running the Olama chat, and I don't want the fan on my Mac to come on to go, you know, like it's perfectly quiet right now. The fans are moving slowly enough, and it's cooling enough, and it's generating little enough heat. It's only like, you know, 60 watts or whatever, maybe even less, because it's a very efficient computer. I mean, Macs are really good, like really powerful for the amount of power they draw. At least the silicon ones are. The Mac silicon, you know, the M1, M3, M2, whatever, M4. But it's an M4 Max chip. Base M4 Max. So whatever that has. And then, what am I doing? Lasher samples. I need the lashers. I don't need another... Well, here's the problem. That sounds nice, but that just adds more queries, more requests to Olama chat, which makes my Mac do more work, right? And I don't normally join world chat on a server anyway. I just don't. I just never have a need for it. That's just not something I've usually done. So for me, it's like, don't need it. We're going to make this heroic strike macro. It's going to go on 3. We have no pet. We're going to move this down here. We're going to do heroic strike. But you can set yours up however you like. If you prefer that, then set up that way. I personally never felt I had a need for world chat. And maybe that's just because I'm not as social as some other people are. Right? I don't need to be gabbing all the time with other people. I don't sit in Stormwind on my mount and just talk to people. I'm always out doing something. And so this is actually a distraction for me. I would normally not want any chat here, but it doesn't feel like WoW unless there's some chat going on. Right? Sometimes I'll even hide guild chat on a real server because I just don't want to be distracted from adventuring. So I'm obviously a human being, so I'm a built-in social creature nature, but I'm also a very focused player, so I don't want to be distracted. I also don't get a lot of feels from, quote, connecting with other players, you know? It's just not my thing. I'm not built that way. I'm more like int J, is, you know, I'm an int J, so I'm an internal processor. I have grandiose plans in my head of things I want to do, and lots of systems working together to accomplish things, and so forth. Not that that's better or worse, it's just different. It's just the way I process the world. No idea. Whatever modules are is in that link that I showed earlier. I'm amazed that there's still this many players in this level bracket. I tried to lower it, but apparently they didn't do anything. Or it doesn't do much. Like, let me... This is so annoying. Why doesn't it obey the... I've tuned this so there's only 1% chance that a character would be in from 1 through 4, and a 1% chance that they would be 4 through 9. And there's this huge amount of players here. It's just so weird and off-putting sometimes. I don't want all these bots here. I'm gonna have to shut this down and try it a different way. Maybe I can change the numbers. One moment. I'm going to try something a little crazy. I'm going to say the first bracket is from 7 to 9. The second one is from 10 to 14. The third one is from 15 to 19. There we go. We'll see if all of a sudden all the level 1 through 6s disappear, then I know that it will have honored that request. And if not, then I know it's broken. Or it doesn't update right away. It's like, it might take a while before it goes, oh, you want me to do that? Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, they steal all the quests. I do want some bots. I don't want 50,000 bots. Because that's not realistic on a server that's been around for a while. It's realistic for there to be 1 or 2 level 1s. Maybe 3, you know? Why can't I... Oh, I forgot to put start attack in there. So dumb. Okay. I want free-for-all loot. I'm going to spend so much time trying to fix this guy up. Where is free-for-all? There it is. Shift right. There it is. Son of a bitch. Now it seems like there's just as many here, 1 through 4. There's a ton of them. When does it redistribute? When does it reassign the levels? Shouldn't be this many players here. Let me see here. What's the... No, it's not fewer bots. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. That might be not why it's not working, because I... Huh, okay. I might need to do the horde as well the same way. Son of a bitch. Okay, let me change the level distribution check to 60 seconds from 5 minutes. Okay. So it's going to work faster now. All right, so we're going to go down to here. Let's just go all the way down. I'll copy this. I'll paste it here. And I'll change Alliance to Horde. Find Alliance. Whoops. There we go. Horde. Why is it not going to the next one? Really? Screw it. I'll just paste it by hand. Visual Studio Code. Why are you like this? Jesus Christ. Work the way a Mac software would work, not the way Windows software works, which is fucked. Windows is so clunky compared to Mac. I'm sorry, but it's just true. I run both, so I know both. There are some things Windows does better, but most things it does worse. And especially the programmers are sort of idiots. Windows, I don't need a good UI. It just runs. I don't have to make the UI good. Yeah, you do if you want people to be competent with your software. Make it look beautiful. Make it work beautifully. Don't make players have to work hard. Or don't make users have to work harder than they need to use your computer. Apple figured this out in 1983. How is this so difficult? Well, 84 technically, February. The bots are still logging in, so it should take it hopefully less than a minute to redistribute and remove all the level 1s from the server. But we'll see if that holds. Stop! Okay, finally. Let's see if they have these finished. I'm complete there, complete there. We'll see if theirs is complete.
May the light embrace you. Dionysaka.
Excellent.
Good fortune. Do not lose faith. Each day is a blessing.
There we go. Oh, nope. Quest.
Seek the path of the light.
Quest. Why are they not taking it? That should make them take the quest. Player bot command. Let's double check. I don't know what's wrong with their formatting, but the formatting down here is all messed up. Oh, it's accept. Jesus. There we go. Let me change the documentation, because I think I made it wrong. Docs, Google. Do it wrong here, do it wrong everywhere. Alright. Excellent. Okay, now they are all caught up. Excellent. Exactly what I need. Okay, come on. Use my center button. Thank you. I'm not doing that because it's a class quest and they don't have it. Still too many people. Okay, let's make another change. I just thought of something. Let me go over here and go server, shut down. 15. Shut down in 15 seconds. I have an idea. I wonder if I still need to have numbers in the low range, like 1%. Like allow 1% of players in the 1 through whatever range, like I have to include level 1 players, but I can just say, 1%, right? 10%, 10, 10, 10, 10, 19, 10%. Okay, so make the same change for Horde, 1 through 9, 10%, 10, 10, 19, 19, okay, 19, 0. All right. 1, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 19. 1, 10, 10, 10, 19. Okay, good. All right. Real player weights 1%, not, or 100%, not some weird number. All right, so quit this. Start it back up. I'm really trying to understand, not only am I trying to play, but I'm also trying to understand how that module works. I'm trying to figure out just how it works. What is it doing? Why is it doing it this way? Does it even work? You know, it seems like it works. Because I've noticed, like, on my hunter, when I'm, 39 or 38 or whatever, there's like 200 players in my range, and there's far fewer in other ranges. So it seems like it works. 2, 1, obviously people are still logging in. We can start doing this. Okay, so we're gonna go. Blah, blah, blah. Again, behind the scenes, they should be picking those up as well as I pick them up. Or rather, they should consider it completed when I complete it. Assuming that they're qualified to run the thing. Okay, we're all on the same page. Go down here for a part. What is it? One more part and then we're done. Oh, Britch is a robot. She's been given the robot persona. That's funny. Quest complete. Rewards, please. Bzz. Another level back in my day, that took effort. No, I don't want... No, it's... The module does... It's supposed to fix it. We'll see if it does. I don't want to go venture and change all sorts of weird things. I just want to rely on that one module to do my distribution for me. It's fewer people than before. Should only be like 10 people, though. We'll see if they get reassigned. Maybe it does it in little batches or something. 99 people.
The Legion will fall. Do not lose faith.
May the light
Grats.
remain vigilant.
Grats me. 58. Okay, so where's my grays thing? There it is. Okay, so I can say
Welcome.
sell all
Browse
grays.
at your
There we go.
leisure.
Of course, they probably should have put some of those things on, but that's all right.
Those less fortunate.
All right.
The Legion's end draws near.
There it is.
Remain vigilant.
Warm wishes to you.
And I don't think AzerothCore works that way anyway. I mean, it might, but I don't know, and I don't want to tinker with it.
May the light embrace you.
Okay. Rescue. Oh, that one. Yeah, they can't do that, can they? Let's just hide this for now. Let's go down there. Is he 4? Yeah, he's 4. He can train the next thing. Where's the warrior trainer? There he is. There's the warrior trainer.
Good fortune.
Charge and rend. There we go.
May your days be long and your hardships.
We're gonna see firsthand why warriors don't like to stop pulling. Rend. How do I hit rend if I use my mouse to turn? That's the old joke. Swap these two. 2, 3, 4. And so charge will go here. Whoops. And rend would go there. What I like about doing it with a module is I can tweak the numbers in one place and it'll just keep distributing, right? In theory. Let's look. 2, 9. Now we're down to 87 people, so it's slowly doing it. Like over time, it's slowly redistributing characters from the 1 through 9 bracket upward into other brackets. So that works. That's fine. Pretty soon, hopefully, 1 through 9 will only have like, 10, 15 people in it. And then that'll at least show me that it does meet its target of 1% of players. Oh.
Arcanon Poros.
Actually, let me just try this. Share. There we go. All right. It's a fun spell, not gonna lie. Wish it cooled down faster. Wish I had Stomp. Yes, absolutely. It's really fun to have a little healing pet following. As I explained in the document that I linked, I even used a warrior priest combo as an example, because warriors can't really heal themselves very effectively. Whoa! How do they know to kill them? Did I accidentally? Oh, I accidentally put skull on them, didn't I? That's funny. All right, well, we already have that now. Oh, they have inventory problems? Why don't they have that as well? Here, let's go. Accept. On link type. Is their inventory too small? It might be. Let's go back up and see if we can see if they just need to empty their bags a little bit. But it shouldn't be, because I'm free for all and they shouldn't be picking up anything other than that quest item.
Chronokai Christor. Good health, long life.
See, this... Why don't they have that? Alts? I think I have it turned... I have all the automated features turned off, but you could turn them on. I want to manually deal with my alts. I don't want to have anything automatically happen. They will automatically equip gear that drops, but that's about it. But if you look in the player bots module, you can see all the things that you can do. Like, just look through the command list there. It's everything that I know is already there, right? You can auto-spec random bots. Like if you're alone and you want a 4-person or 5-person group for a dungeon, you tell the tank, I want you to be a tank, gear yourself to be a tank, and spec as a tank. Healer, spec yourself as a healer, gear yourself as a healer, and so forth. Like if you want the warlock to use an imp, say I want you to be Destro, and gear for Destro, and he'll summon an imp. Oh wait. I have this quest. No. That was the other one. Come on! Where is the boss? The mini boss, the named NPC. Come on, come on, come on. They should just take that. They need to fix this. Use game object. You this. Huh, they didn't loot it. Why didn't they loot it? Yeah, absolutely. You can log into them at any time. I could swap to any of these other two characters at any moment and just, you know, do what I need to do on them. How can I... Wait for that named NPC to come back. Let me swap to one of them and do it on them. See if they have it in their inventory. I'll try Brizzy. Now, Britch is complaining inventory. It's like, does Britch not have it? Hopefully I can get over to her before this NPC despawns. Yes, you can trade with your followers and give them better stuff. Like I traded with Bricks and gave him gold. That's so weird that she's not picking up by automatically. Huh. Well, now we're on her for the moment. Come on, guys. See, what does she have that's an upgrade? Notice she put she has the 29 armor legs on. She did that herself when I was on Bricks. So they know how to gear themselves if they get upgrades, whether they pick it up or you hand it to them. Let's just go back up there. Oh shit. That was wrong. That was wrong. Let's get back on Bricks. I don't want to summon them here. That would suck. I almost hit that button. Oh my god, that would suck. We'd be so far from where we need to be. I forgot that I didn't do anything with her Hearthstone. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, I'm gonna Hearth on him. He should go back to his starting spot. And then I'll summon Britch and Brizzy. Alright, hey guys! Why don't you head up here? There. That's better.
The Legion's end draws.
Notice she chose the staff. Rich chose the dagger. Equipping the dagger, equipping the staff. Very clever. Alright, so this guy's gonna go... He's gonna go for tank spec. See, 2.1, 2.1. Either one of these is fine. He's gonna go mace. Blood Elf plans.
Remember the lessons of the past. Blessings upon your family.
There we go.
Good health, long life.
Kronakai Christor.
Okay, now we have to wait for this to complete. Because we each do it, right? It's kind of annoying. There's like this RP thing, and then it completes my version, and then they have to do it, you know?
Warm wishes to you.
Like, it's not available to all three of us at once. It's like one of those stupid bottlenecks that they had in the game, that it's like, if one player's doing this, then no one else can do it until she's back from finishing her RP. So you have this huge line of people, you know, crowding around this NPC trying to finish this damn quest. Trying to just turn it in, because now she can't, no one can turn it in.
Open your heart to the light.
Kind of dumb. Kind of dumb. They figured out later on how to
Blessings
avoid
upon you.
that. Right.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
Maybe they're, okay, maybe it did work. Maybe it doesn't have to work that way. Okay. Maybe they were able to just turn it in so fast that the RP didn't begin. Maybe that's what it was. I remember when we were on my sister and a friend were on it the other night, and we each had to like wait until the other one finished their RP version, you know, like turn it in, wait for the RP, then they got their follow-up, and the next person turned it in, wait for the RP, got the follow-up. It's really annoying. Okay, who? 1 through 9. 90 people. Still too many. Let's see. Let's equip that. We're going to go one-handed and a shield. Because that's what I want to do. That's what feels right. Right now. Come on, guys. Catch up.
May the light embrace you.
Still nothing. All right.
Open your heart to the light.
All right. Excellent. I'm not doing the fishing quest. Sorry. It's annoying. I might come back and do it later. Actually, I might do it on my way
Greetings.
down
friend.
from...
Be kind to those less fortunate.
Now, see, they accepted it. Now that we're outside of that little starting zone, they both accepted the quest. I don't know why. I don't know what changes. It's very strange. It's like now they're just like, oh, yeah, we'll take that. No problem. Once you get out of Amon Vale or out of Nordrassil or whatever that little starting area is for the Night Elves, it's fine. Well, I didn't test that, but I know it doesn't work inside Nordrassil. Or whatever that little... Shit, what's that called? This little area right here, right? Where Night Elves start. I'll do this quest when I'm on my way down from the... When you fly over here and you have the speed boost and you're going down, I'll do it then. Because then you are naturally going from one end of this little channel down to the other end.
Each day is a blessing.
Accepted, accepted. See? Perfect.
Kronakai Christor. Seek the path of the light.
Can't take medicinal purposes. Why? Oh, interesting. Okay. Alrighty then. Not eligible. Understood.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
Okay, complete. Let's go in here. Let's set my hearth
Find
here.
what you seek. All prices here are reasonable.
Favor the road traveled by few.
Okay, excellent. I want to see that. Quest rewarded. That's excellent. Okay, so I am 5. 5 and 5. Maybe I do want to see their level. It's just so weird. Let me look at this. Space is such a premium on these titles, right? So if I were to go like this, unit configuration, global, if I change the player, not the pet, the target, and the party, and I went to texts and tags, and I went inside center left, and then I went right text, level, three, no, 6, no, 0, 3, 6. Yeah, it's too much. It's fine down here, but it's too much up there. I'll fix that next. Oh, sure. See you, man. Health bar. Okay, right text is -6. Yes. There we go. Actually, -7 because it still looks too far over. Nope, -8. Does it look balanced? It looks balanced. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to go unit configuration, global. We're going to turn off target and player, and now we'll just go to text tags. And now this 3 is good, and -5 is good. And then let's take the size down a little bit. It's just so clunky. Do I have it on abbreviated? Text tags. Left text. Yeah, abbreviated name. I wish it wasn't doing that. Like, give it more space, you know? Is there a way I can tell it how long to make the name? Plus the right text is just a little bit, needs to be indented just a little bit more. There we go. Ugh. I want it to be beautiful. I want beauty in my UI. Absolute and utter beauty. Okay. Not goofy, gimmicky shit, but just really elegant and pretty and easily readable. Super readable, hyper readable.
All prices here are reasonable.
All right, so they should have equipped what was good already. So now they can vend the grays.
May your days be long and your hardships few.
This is probably a good place to stop, actually. Britch needs to go train. So this guy can stay here. And I will hearth Britch back home. Okay, so she's gonna go back home. Oh wait, she can't, can she? 17 minutes. Damn. I'll tell you what, I can pull her there on Brizzy, can't I? Because Brizzy's hearth should be available, I think. She didn't burn it by accident. Yeah, there we go. Stormwind City. Summon everybody here. Then Britch. Actually, I can probably go train level 4 stuff, right? Everybody come with me. We're going to do me first. Then we're going to do Britch. Then we'll all teleport back to Azure Watch. While we're here, let's make sure we get our professions. So this lady has none. So she is going to be... What is she going to be? We're going to level with her. I might level with the warrior. I felt weird because... Yeah, I'll probably level with the warrior because he's a Draenei, and that sort of matches with what they were doing. I'll probably just do that. So I don't know what to make him. I can't be a miner. Well, that doesn't work with what they're doing either. But being an alchemist didn't really work with a paladin anyway. Maybe jewel crafter? Herbalist, jewel crafter?
Hello.
Corruption, curse of weakness, immolate.
Have a good one.
Okay. Alright, so let's make some macros here. Corruption. I'll figure out the other stuff later. Immolate. Don't immolate on time. Do it late. Immolate. I could make her a tailor enchanter as well with Bryn. Let's see here. This would be the opener, right? I don't use Curse of Weakness. I just don't. So, no. Let's see here. That's like what you do on bosses and stuff. I'm not worried about it yet. Oh, imp spells, imp spells. Wait, is there no more imp spell? No more pet trainer? Do they just get their spells? They do, look at that. She got blood packed automatically, that's crazy. Okay, so Britch, she's way over on the other side. Okay, so we're gonna... I have to still think about this. I think she's gonna be herbalist. It's just so weird. I don't know what to do there. Come on, guys. So the same thing. Getting sleepy. What's fun about this server too is I can have 50 accounts if I want. I could have 500 characters. Like if I like get really ambitious, I could be like, I want to have a whole bunch of characters. Tons and tons of characters. She's a skinner, right? Yeah. The funny thing is it's actually faster than the one or more damage than the one she has. It's in here, right? The other one's warrior. Take that! Pointless. Let's put these guys in passive mode. Flee! Why are they still... Oh, the pet still does his thing. Okay.
Well met.
Backstab, stealth, pickpocket.
Go
Nice.
with honor, friend.
Alright, so stealth goes on Q. Pickpocket. Can't stealth now because that thing's being an idiot. Guys. Jesus. Really? I'll put that up there for now. I don't generally use backstab because I'm usually, like, if I'm solo, I'm the one tanking it, right? So I have no reason to stick something in the back unless there's a glyph that says, oh yeah, you can now use this from the front or something, right? Alright, so now I can go stealth. And now I can go pickpocket, which would be Shift R, I think. Trying to remember. Let's put those happy fun things. Excellent. So pet attack. Ah, whoop. Excellent. And then copy, paste. Whoops. Excellent. Okay, so as far as everything else, let me think here. I'll sell these. Much better.
Help you find something?
It's funny that the skinning knife is better than the other one.
Safe travels.
All right. I'm looking at the clock here thinking, okay, I have about 10 more minutes. What do I want to do? She's a skinner. Skinner miner. I'm pretty sure. Because Brizzy will be an herbalist, right? Herbalist, alchemist. Because she's the one... Or, no, he will be the herbalist, alchemist. I'm still undecided. Do I want to level with my sister and her friend with the warlock or with the warrior? Because it was a paladin before, right? So my idea was that I could like tank things, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that because I already have a tank, and I don't think I want to tank on a warrior. I would just run around with a big two-hander, but then I just did put a one-hander on him, so I don't know what I'm thinking. I have no idea what I'm thinking here. I do like zooming, right? That's fun. The charge, that's really fun. I would love that to get reset. I think there's a glyph for that, right? So it resets or something. That's in my memory. So this lady's a pure gatherer for the moment, which buys time to figure out what to actually do with her.
What can I do for you?
I hit my center button, stop.
Safe travels.
My auto run is on center mouse button. Sometimes it doesn't register that I hit it because it's failing slowly. It's really annoying. Like it takes too much pressure to push it. Like it's really annoying. Like I want to mount a center button that basically takes only barely more pressure than it is to roll it in order to push it, right? I don't want to have to like push it really hard. But most mice have like this weird, you know, oh no, you have to push really hard on the center button. Like a lot more than on the side. Because we don't want you pushing it by accident if you're trying to roll it. It's like, don't worry. I know how much pressure to put on when I'm rolling. I know exactly the light touch. It's fine. I'm thinking of him. I'm thinking of her. I have a ton of cloth. I could make her a tailor enchanter. Oh wait, no, she's not going to be with the group. He's going to be with the group, I think. Or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't decided. But I should at least give him something. Let's see. Warriors. Obviously mining. Blacksmithing or engineering. Engineering is sort of a given. I'm just gonna... Oh, I can't go back in. Not for another 4 minutes.
Need help? For the Alliance.
What is pole arms? What level? 20, okay.
Be careful.
My hunter needs that as well. Alright, well I'm going to stop the stream because it's boring to watch someone just sit here waiting to hearth, so That's it for me.